So there is a professor at Stanford, not far from here, and he wanted to actually study this concept of immediate gratification. You know, why do people end up choosing the things immediately, end up not being able to wait? And so his idea was to conduct an experiment where he would bring small children into a room setting. And this room is a closed room. And in the closed room, he would place a marshmallow before the person. It's called the marshmallow test. And when this marshmallow is placed before the person, the idea is that he would tell this small child, hey, I'm going to leave you in this room. If you would like, you can go ahead and eat this marshmallow. Or if you wait for 15 minutes and not eat the marshmallow in front of you, I'll give you an extra marshmallow. So you'll have 2 marshmallows. So marshmallow, if you've eaten marshmallows before, very sweet candy. You can make lots of good things with it. Along with marshmallows, you can maybe make s'mores, have chocolate. It's beautiful. You can dip it in a chocolate fondue. Very tasty, very delicious, and kids love it. It's like eating candy. It's like eating chocolate. And he would leave the room. And he would come back 15 minutes later to see what the kids have done. So this was performed on kids about 3 to 4 years old. And these kids, most of them, as soon as he leaves the room, they just went and grabbed the marshmallow and they ate it. That's like our relationship with God. God sees us as children. And God gives us freedom. You can do anything you want. God has a desire for you. God has a plan for your life. And He wants you to wait. He wants you to trust in Him. And He wants you to obey Him. And He tells you, I have prepared mansions for you. No eye has seen, no ear has heard what God has prepared for those who seek Him. But you can do whatever you want. I have given you free will. You can choose. You can make a choice. And the kids, they end up seeing this marshmallow in front of them, right in front of them. And they're not sure. 15 minutes he comes back. Maybe he'll not give a marshmallow. Maybe he was lying to me. After all, I'm a kid. Anyone can deceive me. But in front of me is this marshmallow that I can see right there. So most of the kids end up just grabbing the marshmallow and having it right then and there. No delay. No, forget 15 minutes. Not even 15 seconds. They would just take it and eat it off. However, there were few kids who would wait all the 15 minutes. All of the 15 minutes. It's not that they were older, similar age, similar background, similar setting, but some kids waited for all of the 15 minutes. And then he ended up analyzing, these kids that have waited and that have eaten. So he did this test in 1980s, long time ago. And then 26 years later, 2006, he went back to these people. Now these kids have grown up. They are adults in their 30s or late 20s. And then he wanted to see how these kids are doing. Those kids who ended up grabbing the marshmallow right away, or those kids who painfully waited for 15 minutes. Well, he found out that each one of those kids who waited for 15 minutes, they were all successful. They had amazing SAT scores, SAT scores. They had amazing income levels. They had best family life. They were peaceful. They had joy in them. They were healthy in their lives. They had everything together. But these kids who didn't end up waiting for 15 minutes, they were just significantly inferior to the kids who waited. 30 years later, you could tell the difference. Now, if you go and meet these people, you could tell exactly this person would have eaten the marshmallow, this person would have waited. So easy. Such was the disparity between kids who could wait or kids who just ended up eating right away. Sin is like this in our lives. Sin so easily entangles. Sin is nothing but disobedience. Disobedience to God's word. God has told you to do something and you don't do it. That is sin. God has told you not to do something and you do it. That is sin. And sin is like this. It's right in front of you. It's right there, walking by. The devil is going around this world like a prowling lion, seeking whom he might devour. And he finds you and He's right in front of you. What are you going to do? Are you going to wait for God? Are you going to say no? And are you going to wait for the reward God's going to give you? If you do, then you're going to enjoy all the riches that God has prepared for you. And then God ends up speaking to you more and more. Well, with these kids, their lives were successful. So just this idea of being able to wait is even successful in this world. This idea of waiting for delayed gratification to the promises God has given for you, to the desires God has put in your heart. If you just wait, if you just say, God, I trust you, just like these kids trusting this proctor who said he'll come back 15 minutes later and give them a reward. If you trust that God's going to come back, you're going to be successful in this world as well, just as this test demonstrates, but also in the world to come. It is spiritually true. That's what God has promised to give you and I.